Hey guys, Lizzie here. I'm gonna do a little video on depression, and this is actually really hard for me. This is like my 10th retake of trying to do this video, so hopefully I can get it right this time. I suffer from depression, and it really hit me hard last night. You know, depression for me, I don't really understand it all that well, and I don't realize I'm in a depressed state until, it's hit me really hard, which it did last night. I just felt, it started off, I just was in a bad mood that morning. I went through my day, did my job at work. I was kind of quiet, kind of distant, I guess. Came home, kids got off the bus. I didn't even spend any time with my kids, which is one of the things that bothers me the most about this. Sat outside on my front porch pretty much all evening, smoking cigarettes, talking to other people, looking on my phone. My husband actually confronted me at one point. He's like, "What the hell's the matter with you? Are you ever going to come inside, spend some time with your family?" And I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I didn't really understand what I was going through at that time. Didn't hit me until I went to bed. And I just got this overwhelming feeling of sadness, emptiness, darkness. Like, it's so hard to try to explain to people who've never gone through it. Like, it's a feeling of, like, why are you even here? Like, you're nothing. There's no feelings, or even if there is feelings, I don't understand them. But I just felt completely and utterly empty. I felt lonely, but at the same time, I just wanted to be alone. I didn't want to talk. I really didn't have anything on my mind. I was just like blank, straight up blank. And, people don't understand with depression and how it turns people suicidal, and it can turn people suicidal very easily. Like, I'll take that back. I have attempted in my life to commit suicide, but not in a very long time. But it starts out like this. It starts out as you get this overwhelming feelings of depression, and you don't know how to handle it, and you just want it to go away. And like at one point last night, I kind of felt that way. I mean, I didn't have like a plan or anything like that, but the thought of what if I wasn't even here, I wouldn't have to feel this way anymore, crossed my brain. And it crosses through millions of people every single day. And it really sucks that people just don't understand. They just take it lightly, like it's no big deal. Like, you wake up and you've got a fever and you're sick, and so you call into work, but you can't call into work for your depression. You can't call in and say, "I'm having a real depressed mood today, and I'm sick and I can't come to work." Yeah, that ain't gonna fly. But it's important. Mental health is important, about one of the most important things out there. If you're not right up here, how are you going to be able to perform and live your life? How are you going to be able to do that? I mean, you break your leg, you go to the doctor, you get put on a cast, you go to therapy. You have depression, they toss you a pill and say, just move on. It's not that simple. It's not that simple. If I could control what was going on in my head, don't you think I would have? Like, people say, like, "Oh, just get over it." No, that's not how this works. That's not how this works. It's people like me, not to toot my own horn, but, I've always been known as the person who could be there for everybody. I was the role model, very responsible, always truthful, always there for everybody else, just a big open heart and non-judgmental. I mean, anybody could come over to my house if they're struggling with issues and talk to me, and they just feel loved, they feel connected, they feel safe. I've always been known as that person where I get relied on a lot, and I suppose that's one of the reasons why I keep my depression so hidden, because I do. I keep it very hidden. But yeah, that's kind of one of the purpose of this video, is just to let people know that even someone like me who's strong, determined, I own my own house, I own 2 vehicles, I work as a nurse, I have for 10 years. I'm very responsible. I get up and I go to work every day. I take care of my kids. I've never had my kids taken away. I've been on drugs and gotten off of them. You know, you look at me and you think, oh no, you know, she's got it all together. There's no way she could suffer from something like this. I do. I do. You have no idea what goes on in my head on a daily basis. No fucking idea. And, you know, and this is why I think we need to end the stigma of mental illness, because, you know, I turn around and if I mention I'm feeling depressed or there's something going on with me, people just, you know, one in one ear and out the other, like it's not a big deal. You know, if I came to work or I was hanging out with my friends and I said, oh God, I think I've got pneumonia, I should go. And I go home. You know, people call and check up on you. They show up at your house with soup and they say, how you doing? How you doing? Are you getting better? Have you tried this? Have you tried that? You know, people don't act that way when it comes to mental illness. And, you know, it's not just depression. There's anxiety. There's bipolar disorder. There's borderline personality disorder. There's dissociative identity disorder. There's obsessive compulsive disorders. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And, you know, my goal from this video is to get people to realize that you're walking down the street or you're in the grocery store or wherever. Say hi to people. Smile at them. Ask them how their day is. I mean, really ask them how their day is. When they say it's good, oh, really? What'd you do today? You know, tell me about it. You know, talk to them. Show some interest in them, because they have no interest in themselves, and there's no way to tell that just by looking at them. You have no idea what goes on in people's heads, and you never know what kind of difference you can make for people. And, you know, just because someone looks like they have it together, that everything is good, doesn't necessarily mean that's true. And, you know, so let's end this. Let's end the stigma against mental illness. Let's make it important. Let's make it a priority. And the only way we're going to make it a priority is if we come out about it and we talk about it. And we let everybody know how much of a problem it truly is. So, that's the purpose of this video. I hope it helps somebody. Peace out.